Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. So today is March 9, 2026, and we are scheduled for the pre-bid conference for the contract IDs 26GG00440, 26GG0041, 26GG0043, 26GG0044, 26GG0046, 26GG0047, 26GG0048, 26GG0049, and 26GG0064. Please be informed that this activity is being live streamed via YouTube on the DPWH Second DEO Procurement LS channel. Before we begin, may I request everyone to stand for a short prayer.
Dear Lord, we are gathered today to conduct matters of business. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought, and speech. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our task may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being our source of guidance today. Amen.
Introduce to you the members of the Bids and Awards Committee present for this afternoon's pre-bid conference. Yours truly, the back chairperson, Engineer Jermaine Sem de Quilla, back vice chairperson, Engineer Ernesto de la Riarte, back regular member, Engineer Mark Gerald Penuela, back provisional member, Engineer Roland Cordova, back provisional member, and you, sir. We would like also to acknowledge the presence of our observers. From Woodland Construction and Supply, Arlene Liaban, liaison officer, and Miss Kishia Samuntan, 18 Construction Services, liaison officer. So with the Bids and Awards Committee in quorum, I hereby call this pre-bid conference to order. So let's begin with 26GG0040. The name of contract is installation, application of road safety facilities, roadway lighting along Iloilo Capiz New Route, kilometer 36 plus minus 390 to kilometer 36 plus 065, and kilometer 36 plus 280 to kilometer 38 plus 000, and kilometer 0047 plus 343 to kilometer 51 plus 840. The location is in Dingle and Pasig City, Iloilo. Scope of works, installation of 486 units of 120 watts LED solar street lights spaced at 25 meters apart, staggered in accordance with the approved plan, spouse, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 42,750,540 pesos. The contract duration is 155 calendar days. Next. Next is 26GG0041. The name of contract is installation, application of road safety facilities, roadway lighting along Iloilo City, Leganes, Dumangas Coastal Road from kilometer 18 plus minus 322 to kilometer 18 plus 870, and kilometer 20 plus 400 to kilometer 21 plus 900, kilometer 22 plus 242 to kilometer 22 plus 833, and kilometer 23 plus 000 to kilometer 23 plus 1336. The location is in Dumangas, Iloilo. The scope of works, installation of 348 units of 120 watts LED solar street lights spaced at 25 meters apart, staggered in accordance with the approved plan, spouse, and standard specifications. Approved budget for the contract, 30,732,800 pesos. The contract duration is 136 calendar days. Next. Next is 26GG0043, preventive maintenance of road, asphalt overlay, Iloilo East Coast Capiz Road from kilometer 268 plus 500 to kilometer 269 plus 400. The location is in Barotac, Nuevo, Iloilo. The scope of works, asphalt overlay of 905 linear meters of road, 13.4 meters wide, 50 mm thick, paving of 905 linear meters of shoulder, 1.5 meters wide, both sides, and installation of LED solar streetlights spaced at 25 meters, staggered in accordance with the approved plans, PAUs, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 34,487,180 pesos. Contract duration is 89 calendar days. Next is 26GG0044. Name of contract is Preventive Maintenance of Road, Asphalt Overlay, Iloilo East Coast Capiz Road, from kilometer 271 plus 000 to kilometer 271 plus 661. Location is in Barotac, Nuevo, Iloilo. The scope of works is asphalt overlay of 661 linear meters of road, 13.4 meters wide, 50 mm thick, paving of 661 linear meters of shoulder, 1.5 meters wide, both sides, and installation of 66 sets of LED solar street lights spaced at 25 meters apart, staggered in accordance with the approved plans, PAUs, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 25,411,400 pesos. Contract duration is 76 calendar days. Next is 26GG0046. Preventive Maintenance of Road, Asphalt Overlay, Iloilo East Coast, Capiz Road, from kilometer 279 plus 359 to kilometer 280 plus 900. The location is in Dumangas, Iloilo. The scope of works, asphalt overlay of 1,544 linear meters of road, 13.4 meters wide, 50 mm thick, paving of 1,544 linear meters of shoulder, 1.5 meters wide, both sides, and installation of 138 sets of LED solar streetlights spaced at 25 meters apart, staggered in accordance with the approved plans, PAUs, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 56,479,520 pesos. The contract duration is 106 calendar days. Next is 26GG0047. The name of contract is construction of drainage structure along road. Construction of drainage structure along road Dumangas, Barotac, Nuevo Diversion Road. Barangay Agcuyawan, Calzada, Barangay Agcuyawan, Pulo, Barotac, Nuevo, Iloilo. Barangay Bulilao, Dumangas, Iloilo. Station 0 plus 000 to Station 1 plus 140. The location is in Barangay Agcuyawan, Calzada, Barangay Agcuyawan, Pulo, Barotac, Nuevo, Iloilo. Barangay Bulilao, Dumangas, Iloilo. The scope of works is construction of concrete drainage having a dimension of 0.90 meters by 0.90 meters by 0.15 meters, including a sidewalk cover, provision of bike lanes measuring 0.280 meters by 1.1 meter on both sides, installation of solar street lights, and application of reflectorized pavement markings as per approved PAUs, plans, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 34,203,960 pesos. Contract duration, 139 calendar days. Next is 26GG0048. The name of contract is Construction of Road, Barangay Palasyawan, Barotac, Nuevo, Iloilo. From Station 0 plus 000 to Station 0 plus 720 and Station 1 plus 500 to Station 2 plus 243. The location is in Barangay Palasyawan, Barotac, Nuevo, Iloilo. Scope of works, construction of 2.93 lane kilometer road, 5 meters wide and 0.23 meter thick, including sa installation of cross drainage, RCPC and RCBC, concrete slope protection, concrete line canal, and paved shoulder as per approved plans, PAUs, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 18,755,240 pesos. The contract duration is 70 calendar days. Next is contract ID number 26GG0049. The name of contract is Road Widening, Anilao Bypass Road, Barangay Sambag Kulob, Barangay Santa Rita, Anilao, Iloilo, from Station 0 plus 140 to Station 1 plus 340. Location is Barangay Sambag Kulob, Barangay Santa Rita, Anilao, Iloilo. Scope of works, construction of 1.2 kilometer road, 6.7 meters wide and 0.30 meter thick, including paved shoulder, bike lane, line canal, curb and gutter, precast and slope protection concrete as per approved plans, PAUs, and standard specifications. Approved budget for the contract is 46,887,120 pesos. Contract duration is 175 calendar days. Next is 26GG0064. The name of contract is installation, application of road safety facilities, guardrails along Iloilo Capiz New Route from kilometer 36 plus minus 390 to kilometer 36 plus 850, kilometer 55 plus 700 to kilometer 56 plus 000, kilometer 56 plus 300 to kilometer 56 plus 400, kilometer 57 plus 500 to kilometer 57 plus 600, kilometer 59 plus 600 to kilometer 59 plus 800, kilometer 60 plus 600 to kilometer 60 plus 700, kilometer 62 plus 500 to kilometer 62 600, kilometer 62 800 to kilometer 63 plus 000. Location is in Dingle and Pasig City, Iloilo. The scope of works, installation of road safety, metal guardrails, in accordance with the approved plans, PAUs, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 5,762,400 pesos. The contract duration is 52 calendar days. So for the reminders, kindly read the one on the bulletin board.
Hello. 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 Reminders as per Section 17 of bid data sheet. Only authorized liaison officers whose name appears in the contractor's registration certificate with the presentation of his or her ID, duly issued by its construction firm, shall be allowed to purchase and submit or draft bidding documents. For the deadline for submission of bids is on March 24, 2026 at exactly 10 a.m. For the number of copies of bid proposal, bidders shall submit one original and 2 copies of both the first envelope containing the technical component of the bid and the second envelope containing the financial component of the bid. Place of submission of bids is at Bidding Room, DPWH, Iloilo, 2nd DO, Balabag, Dumangas, Iloilo. Eligibility requirements for the legal Class A documents. First is valid PhilGIPS registration certificate or the platinum membership, all pages as per GPPB Resolution number 15 series of 2021. For the technical documents, first statement of the prospective bidders, a bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Second, statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or the SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules with certificate of acceptance. Reminders on the submission of SLCC. The bidder must have completed an SLCC that is similar to the procurement project to be bid and whose value adjusted to current prices using the PSA consumer price indices must be at least 50% of the ABC to be bid, provided that any change to the 50% requirement may be allowed, subject to the recommendation of the procuring entity, which shall be submitted to the GPPB for consideration. Furthermore, provided further that contractors under small a and small b categories without similar experience on the procurement project to be bid may be allowed to bid if the cost of such contract is not more than the allowable range of contractor cost of their registration based on the guidelines as prescribed by the PCAB. The SLCC shall be supported by an owner's certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor. Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or the PCAB license or special PCAB license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of contractor to be bid. Original copy of bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration and project requirements, which shall include the following. First, list of contractors' minimum material testing equipment as per DO 11 series of 2017. Second, original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. Third, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. Fourth, list of contractors' key personnel such as project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience date. Last, list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project as the case may be. Reminders: construction heavy equipment operators shall have certificate of training issued by the Technical Education and Skills Development or the TESDA in compliance with DOLE requirements for the approval of construction safety and health program required upon issuance of notice of award, subject to DO 98 series of 2014, submission of construction safety and health program approved by DOLE. Moreover, to ensure safe and healthy working condition for all workers and strictly enforce compliance of DPWH Department Memorandum Circular Number 33 Series of 2025, the issuance serves to inform all concerned of the provision of DOLE Department Order 252 Series of 2025 entitled Revised Implementing Rules and Regulation of Republic Act Number 11058, otherwise known as the Act Strengthening Compliance with Occupational Safety and Health Standards and providing penalties for violation thereof. Additional requirements: latest General Information Sheet or the GIS reflecting the beneficial ownership information duly stamped and received by the Securities and Exchange Commission for corporation. Reminders on the submission of updated GIS. All contractors or corporation enrolled or applying for enrollment or updating in the Civil Works Application or the CWA to submit their latest General Information Sheet duly received by the Securities and Exchange Commission and reflecting the beneficial ownership information. Likewise, contractors are reminded to submit an updated GIS annually or every time changes or amendments are made and filed with the SEC to ensure their information remains valid and consistent with official records. All concerned were advised to comply last December 31, 2025 to avoid delays or disqualification for further procurement activities. Eligibility requirements for the financial Class A documents. First, the prospective bidders' audited financial statement showing, among others, the prospective bidders' total and current asset and liabilities, stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institution for preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. Second, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or the NFCC. Reminders on the submission of NFCC. The computation of a bidder's NFCC must be at least equal to the ABC to be bid, calculated as follows. NFCC equals the current assets minus current liabilities times 15 minus the value of all outstanding or uncompleted portions of the project under ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts yet to be started, coinciding with the procurement project to be bid. The value of the domestic bidder's current assets and current liabilities shall be based on the latest AFS or the audited financial statements submitted to the BIR with duly received or proof of submission to the BIR. Eligibility requirements for the valid joint venture agreement, Class B documents. First, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case of a joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements for all potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provision of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. Note, for manual submission of bids, the technical document is preferably book-bounded. The contents of technical documents is preferably numbered, paginated consecutively in the right-hand top margin, and signed below page number by duly authorized representative for both manual and electronic submission of bids. Any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the required checklist is a ground for outright rejection, non-complying of the bid. Submission and receipt of bids. Contents of the second envelope, financial proposal. First, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. Next, original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Next, duly accomplished detailed estimate form, including the summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And fourth, cash flow by quarter. Note, for manual submission of bids, the financial documents is preferably book-bounded. The contents of financial documents is preferably numbered or paginated consecutively in the right-hand top margin and signed below page number by duly authorized representative for both manual and electronic submission of bids. Any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the required checklist is a ground for outright rejection or non-complying of the bid. Common reasons for rejection of bids, ineligibility and post-disqualification of bidders. First, failure to submit the original copy of the security bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and the name of contractor. Next, shorter bid validity and the bid security validity period. Next, overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel. Next, failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form. Next, late submission of bid. Next, failure to submit supporting documents such as certification of availability of equipment from the equipment leaser or vendor for the duration of the project if equipment pledge is to be leased or purchased. Next, negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% of each two or more contracts, and unsatisfactory CPIS rating. Common errors in the submission of bids. For single proprietor, signatory should be the owner or the proprietor only. For cooperative or for corporation or cooperative, board secretary certificate and board resolution. For joint venture resolution or agreement. For partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership. Bid security. Bid validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. Bid security validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration of any form of bid security enumerated below. A. Cash or cashier's manager's check issued by the Universal or Commercial Bank. Amount of bid security not less than 2% of the ABC. B. bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable LC issued by universal or commercial bank. Amount of bid security not less than 2% of the ABC. And C, security bond, callable upon demand issued by the surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security. Amount of bid security not less than 5% of the ABC. Bid evaluation. The final component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical correction for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. The completeness. No price in required item, non-responsive, indicating a zero or a dash free to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all the required items in the bidding documents, including, where applicable, BOQ shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical correction. Bid prices in figures versus words, words prevail. Total price per item versus unit price per item, unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails. Unit price in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, BOQ prevails. If above ABC, disqualified. For post-qualification, verification, validation, and ascertainment of statements made and documents submitted. Legal requirements, license, certificates, permits, agreements, and inclusion in any blacklist. For the technical requirements, first, key personnel minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment, failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and the specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security per DO number 58 series of 2012. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and failures. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract per condition at the term of inspection. DO number 127 series of 2018, strict compliance of RA 9184 in the conduct of the post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. Authenticity and correctness of bid security. And financial requirements, bid price proposal, and NFCC. Notes on the personnel of equipment requirements of the project as per DO number 9 series of 2012, technical requirements for civil works project for public bidding. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit certificate that the personnel will be pulled out on the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded a contract, and two, he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. These certifications shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also, to verify during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post disqualified. For contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. Next, contract award should be made within the bid validity period, and subcontracting is not allowed. Reminders on the implementation of ISO 9001:2015 certification. Requirements for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. All procuring entities within the department are required to include ISO 9001:2015 certification or its latest version as applicable as part of the project requirements in the bidding documents for infrastructure projects. This requirement applies to bidders classified under the following: Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or the PCAB size range, and are participating in the department's procurement of infrastructure projects with approved budget of the contract, range to wit. For large A, more than 300 million but not less than 450 million, effectivity January 1, 2025. For medium B, more than 150 million but less than 300 million, effectivity July 1, 2025. For medium A, more than 30 million but less than 150 million, effectivity January 1, 2026. Reminders on the accreditation of asphalt and Portland cement concrete batching plants. In order to ensure that only asphalt and concrete mixes of the highest quality will be used in all public works and highways projects, the Bureau of Research and Standards is hereby authorized to accredit private asphalt and Portland cement concrete batching plants following the guidelines as per DO 253 series of 2003. Effective April 2024, 2004, only concrete and asphalt mixes produced by duly accredited plants shall be used in DPWH projects. Payment of non-refundable accreditation fee based on the rated capacity of the plant, which categorized as follows. For asphalt cement concrete batching plant, for category small, rated capacity tons per hour below 50, accreditation fee is 3,000. For category medium, rated capacity tons per hour 50 to below 100, accreditation fee is 4,500. And for category large, rated capacity tons per hour 100 and above, accreditation fee is 6,000. For Portland cement concrete batching plant for category A, for category small, rated capacity tons per hour below 50, accreditation fee is 3,000. For category medium, rated capacity tons per hour 50 to below 100, accreditation fee is 4,500. And category large, rated capacity tons per hour 100 and above, accreditation fee is 6,000. Annex A, sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership form, bid securing declaration form, omnibus sworn statement form, performance securing declaration form, and bid form for procurement of goods or infrastructure projects.
Hello. So, do we have any questions, clarifications coming from our observers? Questions?
Sir, regarding bala sa ISO certificate bali sa bidding, i-attach na namo na siya.
So madepende na siya sa inyong pickup license range. So kung ang inyong company is medium A, Tapos, ang inyong contract is more than 30 million, less than 150. So, January 1, 2026, effective na siya. So, para during post-qualification, ma-verify, so mas mayo nga i-attach nyo na nga daan ang inyong ISO certifications.
Go. Any more questions? Hearing none, I hereby declare this pre-bid conference adjourned. Time is 2:47 in the afternoon.